I'm curious, how do you go about getting your new listings? Do you cold call people? Do you knock on doors? Do they just find you because you've been, well, I guess at some point you must have been new also. So,
Yeah. So when I was new, I did a lot of cold calling, or I hired somebody to do cold calling for me and set appointments for me. And then I would go out on the appointments. But cold calling is the fastest way to get instant appointments. It's more complicated now than it used to be because you have so many lead generation companies out there that are calling business owners constantly and have nothing to offer them.
yep.
So kind of messed it up for us quite a bit. Um, but cold calling is still fastest way to get appointments. Yeah.
How do you get your list for cold calling?
You go to, I still call it Sales Genie, even though they sold to Data Axle, but I still type in salesgenie.com.
Sales GD?
Genie, like a genie in a bottle.
Genie. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Genie. Okay. Sales Genie. Oh, okay.
So
And so
salesgenie,
that'll
and they
and
have
that'll get you.
database of,
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't know, 80 million businesses or something like that.
Okay, because I mean, we don't need to actually talk to you know, obviously we call the business, but then you're just going to get whoever answers the phone, not the owner, not the person who you need to talk to. So Sales Genie will get you a list of phone numbers that get you direct to owners.
Not necessarily, but so if you, depends on who you're calling. Small businesses, a lot of times the owner is the one that answers the phone anyways. Uh,
Hmm.
if you're calling manufacturing companies, if you call, a lot of manufacturing works like 7 to 3. So if you call right around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon instead, a lot of times the only one that's there is the owner.
Hmm.
You could try early in the morning. You could try, 7:30. I wouldn't recommend calling any earlier than 7 o'clock, but you could try 6:30 if you really want to. It's a business number, so I guess that's okay.
Right. Yeah, right. So there's no do not call and you're not waking them up. Hopefully. I mean,
Correct.
it could
Yeah.
be their
Yeah.
cell phone.
So yeah. Um, and then there's a lot of, direct mail. People have had good experience with direct mail. Direct mail just gets expensive, and you need to do it consistently. So, sending out 1,000 pieces of mail once is not going to get you a good response. If you're going to do that, you need to send that same 1,000 or to those same 1,000 businesses, maybe 6, 7 times.
What about email? Have you
Email,
used that?
careful, yeah, but you have to be careful to if you buy a list. First of all, if you get a list from Sales Genie or one of those, it's typically not going to have a lot of email addresses, so you're going to have to have you can go to, I think, hunt.io or something like that. There are some different services out there where you can drop a list in and it'll go try and find the email addresses for you. Um, or you can hire somebody off of Fiverr and have them, just sit on the internet and try and
Hunt
look
them
up the
down.
companies and all that, fill in the email addresses for you, you know. So,
Mhm.
um, but then just be careful because you're you don't want to get flagged as spam. If you get flagged as spam, then your account, if you're using, Constant Contact or MailChimp or any of those, your account's going to get canceled. So
Oh,
if you get too many spam complaints, and like too many is, I even 1% is too many.
hmm.
So
Oh.
they're pretty strict on that.
And I know you already said it, but what do we have to do at EXP Commercial to be allowed to sell businesses? You said we need to register or fill
Yeah,
out some form.
how to business brokering at expcommercial.com and let them know you want to do business brokerage. They'll send you an addendum to your ICA, and they'll also have you join the IBDA, or depending on what state you're in, your local chapter or your local business broker association, and they'll have you take
I'm in
some.
California.
Okay, so they would have you join CAB. So, and there's a discount code for it. They have, so they'll save you a little bit on that.
Okay.
And then they'll connect you to a business broker mentor that can help you with your first few transactions.